Welcome to another episode of Managing Director Diaries. I'm your host, Gareth Jones. So today we're talking business. We're always talking business at the Managing Director Diaries. We've got some excellent guests lined up in the future, so stay tuned. Make sure you're following and subscribing for the latest updates. But we've got some interesting topics to talk on today. We're going to be talking about work-life balance. Is it a myth? Is it a real thing? We're going to delve into that today. It's a debatable topic because one of the things I've always struggled with is work-life balance. I think it's a myth. Some of you people out there may say it's not. I think just before we came on air, we were chatting, and when you're a single free person, you've got no responsibilities, no cares in the world, you live on your own, and it's fine. You can work all the hours you want. You're not responsible to anyone, only to yourself. Life's very simple, and business become very, very easy. But when you start adding partners, children, marriage, it becomes a very, very different conversation. So that would be my concern, is just things do change at that point, especially when you get married. I've been there. Different pressures roll in, and the issue is it can take its toll on a business, because you're getting pulled in different, or partner at the time is going to want you in doing the relationship stuff. Your business wants you for the business stuff. You're trying to manage your time. You're trying to do things. The issues I had in the past was, my businesses are 7 days a week. It doesn't stop, and we've got customer-facing stores. We've got staff. We had people who didn't turn up for work, so I'm having to cover at short notice when you've arranged something to do something with as a family. So then you annoy and piss off your partner because that lovely day planned is now gone because you're having to go to work. There's a whole host of different things. And I think one of the biggest things I find from personal experiences when looking at a partner is finding someone who truly, and I mean truly, understands your passions. And I'm very passionate about business. It's me. It's just part, and I get that from my dad. My dad's was in business nearly 40 years, and a lot of the things I've learned in business have come from my dad, and the basic business ethics and responsibilities of being an ethical business person. And it's hard. It's hard, and it's trying to find a partner who truly understands is so rare. I remember a few months ago, I was at a restaurant over in Chester, and I've been to this restaurant before, and there was a couple, and I was there on my own. I went for some food, and they had like a bar area, and I was sat there waiting for my food, and next to me was a male and female couple, and youngish couple, probably in their 30s, and late 20s, early 30s, and he took a call, and he was clearly self-employed, and he must have their food just arrived as the call came in. He must have spent a good 20 minutes on the phone to this customer, and there and then was pitching him and signed him up for a call, a course or a call or something. I wasn't listening in, but you can't help but not, because we were sat probably a metre away. And literally 20-minute call, no exaggerations. She had pretty much finished her food. His food was in front of him, going cold. And the first thing, when he put the phone down, and I was a little bit in awe of this, actually. The first thing his girlfriend said was, "So how did he get on? Did he sign up?" She was more excited than him. And I've been in situations in the past where it'd be, "Oh, why do you have to be on your phone? Your food's gone cold." It would have been that sort of reaction. But no, he had a partner who said, "So did he sign up?" Like, really excited for them. Did they just get another customer on board? which is how it should be. You need someone who's going to be, if someone's going to be your partner, you need them to be 100% on your back in business, because business isn't a part-time thing. It's 24-hour. You run your own business. It's 24 hours. It's on your mind. You're thinking about things, your ways, your businesses, staff issues, all sorts of stuff. And, you know, you need someone who's going to have your back. You need someone who's going to be your biggest fan, and who's going to have your back, and not criticize you, and not, put pressure on you, when you're doing your business stuff, because that's you. I mean, that's how I am anyway, and I'm thinking a lot of the people I come across in the business world are like that. So my advice is to find a partner who's going to have your back, who's going to be that person who's just as excited as you are when you win some business, not get really disappointed because it's going to mean less time with you. You want someone who's going to have your back, because I tell you, for now, if you end up in a situation with a partner who hasn't got your back and is giving you those early signals of, oh, right, that mean you've got to work now. I'll tell you now, it's not going to last. It won't last long, because, guys and women as well, and guys, I think mainly, are programmed around business. We're motivated. We want to be providers. We want to look after our families, and so that's how we're programmed. And that's built into us from the Stone Age. That's what we want to do. We're providers. We're hunters. We're gatherers. And we want to look after our families and stuff. But we can't do that if we're being pressured into, what time you're home? Why are you late? Why do you have to work at the weekend? Or why are you still working now? It's because we're hunter-gatherers. We're there. We want to do business. We want to earn money, and we want to provide for our families. And I think, even as a single guy growing up, I wanted to, and we all have this ambition in life, whatever we are, we want to probably be married by the time we're 30 and have kids and all this sort of stuff. We have this idea of what we want our lives to look like. And as I was growing up in my 20s, for me, I was in business, earning some money, growing a business, but it's because I wanted to do well, to be able to, when I found the right person, to be able to provide for a family and things like that. So I think from an early age, us guys are programmed on the hunter-gatherer situation. We want to do well. And that doesn't always have to be being in a business. We just want to know that we can provide for our families and things like that. So, yeah, work-life balance is a tricky one. And all I can say is making sure, if you're in a relationship, make sure your partner has got your back. Because I tell you what, it's not going to last. Because it's just going to grind on you over time. And if you're as driven, as motivated to succeed in your business, you don't want distractions and you don't want people on your back. So, yeah, just think about that. I'm not saying go and split up with your partners tomorrow. Just be aware that you can have very different alignments in life. You're very driven, very hungry, very motivated, and you want to achieve this. But can you achieve this with your partner being in your life? It's a question you need to ask yourself. So it's a question I've had to ask myself over the years in different situations. So, you need people who are on the same wave, on the same platform, the same road, or understand the road you're on, and like I said, be your biggest fan. So work-life balance, I think it's a myth, because I don't get it. I've struggled with it. It's just finding that person who truly understands. So one of the things I want to start doing on some of these Managing Director Diaries, and if you're not following my TikToks, make sure you follow us on TikTok as well, is looking at some previous stories. I'm going to do some of these on TikTok, actually. But I want to start running some stories of previous things that have happened during the course of my business career. So we've had lots of different things appear over the years. And good, bad and ugly. And we're going to be sharing some of those over the course. So make sure you just like and subscribe for more content, because they're going to be quite juicy stories. We're not going to mention names. Of course, we're not going to mention names. But some of the situations are pretty crazy that we've found ourselves in that I found myself in over the last 15 years. So I think it makes some really interesting content. So Keep an eye on TikTok. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you again for our next episode of Managing Director Diaries.